cold.
Ugh.
No, I need like 80 right now because like the medication kicking in. Flat ass white boy.
All right. All right, all right, all right.
So, what do you use for prints, Michael?
Who do I print with? I print with, I have a printing company in State College called State College Printing Company. And they do printing and framing for me.
Oh.
So, I use them. Yep. I mean, that's the one, that's one of my sponsors from the cookout. So, and I just hopped on TikTok because I'm doing a live unboxing. You guys can watch. We're going to do an unboxing, Shamika. We have albums. We have albums. I should have a... Oh. I don't have scissors. I don't feel like getting up to go get scissors. I'm gonna use a pen.
Use your teeth.
No, I'm not using my teeth. This has been like all over the place. Use my teeth. Use a pen. Use a pen.
I did a dancer today. I'm trying to look. One thing I should teach you to look up. I should teach how to shoot dancers.
Well, you know what? I have found out that a lot of people are amazed at how I'm able to photograph or stop motion. And I think it's so simple, but I realize that because a lot of people aren't used to Flash, that is not as simple as I make it up to be. Ooh wee! Alright, love this. I love this thing already. I love this thing already. So all of my albums come with like a little album pouch that you could put it in and carry it. So this is the pouch. So Shamika, Floor Color is giving out free albums. One free album. Check Slack. I sent it to you. I sent it in the Slack channel with all the details. So get on that if you're not already on that.
Are you allergic?
This should probably be a little more graceful. This is all in plastic though. Ooh.
Hey, by the way, I did my sleeves.
Ooh, this is nice. This is nice.
And that will fit in that pouch that you just showed?
Yeah, so this is the book. No, this is not the book. This is the casing. So there's a pouch and there's a casing. Let me take this off. And so I get all the albums sent to me so I can do a quality check beforehand.
That's the best thing to do.
Ooh, this is nice. So this is just we're gonna put that there. And I saved the boxes because I shipped them out. So the other thing is we gotta have our gloves. We can't do this without our gloves.
Right glove.
Yeah. Only because the oils can get on your hands. And mess up the album. I don't want to give anybody any oily stuff, especially like acrylic stuff. Oh my goodness. The fingerprints that I'm trying to get off the acrylic albums because I'll be touching them don't work out that well.
That's a good idea. I thought you just did that for show.
Oh no.
I thought people did that for like
No. But this this is actually a case. You see?
Okay.
It opens right? Opens right up. Like a protective case that opens right up.
And is that leather?
This is leather. This is definitely leather. And the beautiful thing about this is that I need to open up this part, but it has this like little strap that you can just like lift up the album. That like, so it's like there's no digging in. Like you don't have to like dig into it. You just lift it right up. You go bloop.
That's quality,
right? Yes. This is quality. And then here goes the album. And so We're going to take the plastic off of here. This one.
And what was the album for? A wedding?
This is a wedding album. Yeah. This is a wedding album.
Oh wow, interesting that they don't have like an acrylic or.
No, they do. They do. I mean, this client just ordered leather.
Oh, okay.
So I do acrylic options. I do wood options. I have velvet options. And this particular client ordered leather. So this bag comes in, Shamika, and everyone on TikTok, is that you can literally just put the album inside the bag.
Okay.
And you can travel with it.
Oh, nice.
Like easily.
Like that.
So that like this is just a protective casing that you can put on your shelf.
Okay.
Right? And then the bag is a nice travel company. So if you're going to your friend's house or your parents' house and you spending thousands of dollars on this album, you don't just want to like put it in your car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
nice.
I don't know if you can see it, but it has embroidered. You see the embroidery?
Yeah, I see it.
Right here. Yep.
The date. Okay.
Yep.
And that's from October?
Yep. Is a October wedding. So this is a brown leather album. This is like genuine leather with a leather box. And then we will see. Oh, this is beautiful. I already love it already. And then the other thing is that I create all my content. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Right?
Oh, that's
this
nice,
is so
right?
beautiful. She actually just posted, she actually just made a post on Instagram. And I'm like, debut on her album. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And the beautiful thing about all this, I don't know why I didn't clean that up. The beautiful thing about this is that like this lay flat right here, like it just lays like straight flat, like right across. There's like
you can't even see the seam.
Yep, there's
and
like
then
no
what
seams.
type of paper is that? Is that luster?
This is like an eco-friendly paper. So Floricolor, the company that I use, has eco-friendly paper, and I normally use like a soft touch. So that it just like if you were to touch it, you'd be like, oh my god, like it feels so soft, right? It doesn't.
It's an organ.
It doesn't. It doesn't feel like paper. It doesn't feel like paper at all, right? And so, there we go. Yo, can I tell you, this is like one of my all-time favorite shots I've ever photographed.
That's pretty.
I have to like, this is such a dope shot.
And where is that, like on a rooftop?
This is on a rooftop. So here's the thing about this, right? This client wanted a fall scene, right? And then so she had essentially getting ready in this room, and I was outside here. And Tasha, remember we were talking about like my 8200s? I just put my 8200 on, had my assistant hold it with a dome diffuser to light up the inside. And basically, you get an outside-inside type of feel.
Yeah.
Right?
So where was the assistant then? Behind that window?
Yeah,
Like,
so in the door, my assistant was in the door, and I had to blacken out the door because I couldn't like clone her out. So I just went into Photoshop and add, because some screen doors are already blackened anyway. So like you can kind of see it. Yeah. So
like, that looks like it was just like that. Like,
yeah. Oh no. Secret touches.
Yeah, because I was like, how in the world was your assistant?
Yeah. Look at this. This is so beautiful. I love it.
It is.
This one right here, I remember this like it was yesterday as well. There was a hook right on the wall already, and I hung it up there and told her to stand on it. I never have like brides stand on chairs, but this vibe, it just worked. Like,
oh yeah,
it just like absolutely just like worked out. And then of course you got your classic portraits, which are always fun. Oh, and this one.
That's a nice picture.
Yeah. So Tasha, you might appreciate this, right? So this picture, this one is another one of my favorites. This one right here, Tasha. And
Oh, no.
there was a skylight, right? And although I was like, I want to get the same type of color, the same type of light from the skylight, but the skylight wasn't where I needed it to be, and there wasn't enough light coming in. So I just used my 8200 with my dome diffuser and put it right above her head to give this type of light. And it looks like a skylight, right?
Yeah, you know I would love that. You know me.
So soft. So soft.
Oh, I need to show y'all the silhouettes I made. The
Yeah. Beautiful. And then, of course, we have the ceremony in here. And the way that I build albums, like, I really do my best to try to tell the story. And then I work with a couple to, like, modify it as needed. So, and believe it or not, these were done in the rain. All rain shots. Yeah.
Rain shots. You're in
It was, like, drizzling outside.
Oh,
All rain shots.
were-
Bam! Woo! This turned out well. Look. Oh, my Jesus. Oh, my Jesus. This is the one that I posted in TCE. I don't know if you guys saw it, but like,
so nice.
right? So beautiful. Look how this turned out. This is just
And
like,
where was that? Was that on the dance floor?
yo, I'm gonna tell you exactly where it was. Oh damn. Do I have a picture? I don't have a picture in here. So I think she took it out. Near this area was a near this area there was like a greenhouse, if you will, that had bushes next to it, right? And this is and this was taken, this right here was taken the same daytime that this was taken, like 5 minutes apart, like 5-10 minutes apart, exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have never.
Right? Like the magic. That's
the
called
lighting.
camera magic, yo. So there was these, I don't know what the flowers are called, but it's like a flower bush. You can see it like a little bit in here.
Yeah.
You can see like the flower bush a little bit. And essentially what I did is that I backlit them. I had my assistant kind of go inside the bushes. So I told my assistant to go inside the bushes, duck down. Of course I did it first. I always demo first. Like I always like, okay, this is gonna look like, right? And then I had my assistant hold my 8200, my light, with the dome diffuser and a gel. If you don't have gels, I love gels so much. With the gel, and because the flowers were already like a pinkish reddish, I just matched the color, and that's just color theory, right? Is that, you know, I saw the colors and was like, oh, this is going to be like, oh, hydrangeas. That's what it is. Thank you. They're hydrangeas. I matched the color on it and got like a beautiful moody type of setting. But yes, this is.
I think that was shot at night.
Yeah.
Or inside of the reception hall.
Yep. Your album is here. I know you're on here, bro. Your album is here and it is beautiful. So I can't wait to have it in your hands because you're going to love it. This is already absolutely stunning. This is a showstopper. I agree 1000%. This is a showstopper. So, and then when I do, you know, now that I'm like, hey, this album is perfect and I don't have to like return it or anything because it's perfect as is. Because like I said, I always do my quality checks beforehand, especially since my clients pay so much money for their albums.
So I typically will, if the client has gotten on my last nerve, I send their item straight to them. Like,
no! Don't do that.
If they have got on my nerves, you will get it shipped. You won't ever
Don't
see me.
do that. Don't do that. No, always, because I'm going to tell you, ship your stuff to you for 2 reasons, right? 3 reasons, I lied to you, right? One is you get to look at it like first to make sure there's no issues with it. The worst thing you can do is send your product to a client, there's issues, and then they have to send it back, and then you have to contact the supplier. right?
Okay.
Like that's like all that back and forth. Like they're paying you so much money to provide this service that they shouldn't have to do the back and forth, right? Like
Yeah.
you should be
Only
that.
for the clients to get on my
Be
last
that,
nerve.
but it doesn't matter if they get on your last nerves or not, because at the end of the day, it's about the client experience, right? Because they could get on your last nerves, but if you provide the best experience for them, they're going to tell people,
Yeah.
right? They could be a client from hell. They still have people in their referral network, right? The second thing is content. Like I make content with all of my stuff, right? So I get it here, I make the content, and then I get to see, when I'm looking at things, get to try it out, and then I have content. I've had people go on my Instagram and say that, oh my God, I want that album that I saw on your Instagram. Easy. Because I'm putting that content out there. So
and people are paying you attention. It's crazy because I have I'll post my work on my regular page, and it'll get like 20, 30 views or something like that. Like nobody's looking. Or if I post like 2 or 3 things, it'll be that the first one gets like 20, 30 views, the next one gets like 15. But when I post selfies, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, people love their selfies.
80 views. So I said what I'm gonna start doing is posting
more
selfies
boxes
and then post my work.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
I do that, then people are paying attention because they know me. And then I'll be like, bam, here's my work.
But people are paying attention regardless. I promise you they are. I promise you they are. I promise you they are. People are watching and they're paying attention. So I have 2 more albums to go through, or one more album to go through. This I think is a box. I already know what this is. Oh, this is an acrylic album, I think. This one right here.
And that's from the same people, Flora.
Yep, Flora Color. So Flora Color is an album company based in Portugal. So all my clients get, they get luxury albums overseas.
How long did it take to you?
About like 3 to 4 weeks maybe. But you just saw it, like it's worth it, right? Like
I guess my question would be, one, I'm always last minute, but 2, how long do you tell them after you shot their wedding do they get their book?
So this one right here, this is my acrylic cover. Right? So this next album I'm about to show you is going to be an acrylic album. This is the acrylic cover, the acrylic box, which was shipped separately. I learned the hard way last time. Remember I talked about like getting dust and stuff on the glass? There's like a protective film on here that I am not going to take off today. We're not doing that. We're going to keep it right on because I learned that the hard way. Oh, you know what? Let me get scissors. Who's the closest child? Zachary, Jackson, go in the drawer in the kitchen and bring me the scissors, please. Thank you, love. Yeah, I pick these kids to work. Yeah, just bring me any scissors, please. Oh, perfect. Thank you, dude. Go clean off your mouth, too. So the one thing I love about these, the acrylic options, are that I normally get the see-through box because I really, really love the fact that you can stand it up and it looks like a frame print.
Oh, okay.
Right? Once I put it all together, it'll make sense. I just need to get this tape off.
Both sides.
They packaged this so well.
You ain't open that at all.
Woo! There we go. They packaged this so well. And look at
It's
this.
coming from Portugal.
Look at
From
this.
Customs.
Ooh. Yep. There we go. So this is, and this has tape on it. I'm going to do, before I finish opening up this, I need to open up the other one because I'm going to put them all together. So that is the protective casing. That's the acrylic box. And let me... Tasha, do you sell acrylic albums?
And Mr. Nano's list. I just do regular albums.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you, these acrylics be hitting different. Well, with this client in particular, they wanted something that was more eco-friendly, and they didn't want any leather. So,
wait a minute, the floor color album, isn't that part of the DLP $4 or is it any album, right?
Yeah, any album.
I can get acrylic.
Yeah, any album.
Okay, so we're gonna get acrylic. But can I just do all my work in the album thing?
There we go. And we got another box. See, another bag here. Our travel bag. We got it right here. And, ooh, this already looks good. Look at this. I didn't even unpack it yet.
Oh.
Right in the front cover. Right in the front cover.
You know what? Forget stuff. I ain't studying no more.
Yeah.
The acrylic album?
Yep.
I think you need to change the buttons.
Tasha, can I tell you how the past week has been so crazy on TikTok? Like, ridiculously crazy.
I know. When you get back on the show.
Like, I feel like this is surreal. So surreal. Dude, I keep on going. All right. What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, I was saying, like, when you gonna be on Ellen?
When am I gonna be on Ellen? I know, man. Like, let's get on Ellen, homie. Let's get on Ellen. Hello, good people. So we are unboxing albums, and I can't take scissors to this one. There we go. Ooh, this is already so beautiful. So this is, although, they didn't want leather, they do have, like, fake leather options. They call, like, leather-like. And there's a protective, like, film on this because of the acrylic that I don't want to take it off because this is going to be, like, really dusty. But look at this, like... Right? So I'm going to show you what this looks like inside of the box altogether. And then you'll know why I love acrylic albums. Love it with a passion. Love acrylic albums. Actually, let me take this off. Shamika, I don't know if you got the memo, but check Slack because there's some album information in Slack for you that you need to hop on.
Okay. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm still stumped. I'm supposed to find Q.
Q is on a plane coming from Liberia right now.
Because he told me if I download Fundy, he will help me put my album together.
Oh, I could do that.
This woman wants 100 pictures.
I could do that. Ooh, the smell of this is just beautiful. Oh my God. Let me put this together.
A relationship with the album too.
Can I tell you, I love the smell of just like fresh wood. Like, I don't know, there's just...
That's me all day.
There's just something about it. So...
Home Depot, that sawdust smell when you first
go in. So this is what this ends up looking like, right? And I'm not taking the plastic off because I want to keep this fresh and I don't want any dust on it. But look, bam.
Oh, that's pretty.
Right? Like, this is the acrylic album right here. So again, there's a plastic, like there's just plastic on here, but it's glass, like it's glass acrylic. So when the client gets it, they can take the plastic off of here and they can deal with all the dust because I don't want to deal with it. I'm not. I made that mistake once and I was just like, I had to get all the dust off before I put it inside the box to ship it. And I was like, that's a bad idea. Never again.
Oh, okay.
Never again will I take it off. Because I don't want my clients to open up their album and they get all like dusty, you know?
How did this mistake for number 2? This mistake got a good basketball team?
All right, so now that being said, and this top comes off really easily.
Okay.
And then the same thing, we talked about the string right here, so you don't have to dig inside the box.
Okay.
And then the beauty of this acrylic thing, it has like this little divot right here, so you can just like pick it up with your hands, right?
Okay.
So it makes it so much easier to pick it up. So I can pick up like this, and bam, here we go. Let's look. Really, really. So believe it or not, this was a 1 hour wedding. 1 hour wedding,
Really?
40-page album. 1 hour wedding. Yep.
1 hour?
1 hour
and
wedding.
You got enough pictures in 1 hour? How long was that portrait session?
It was probably like 20 minutes. Look at this.
What?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I really love opening up my spreads with like this hero image. Like I feel like the way I design albums, you know, when we talk about telling the story, I wanted to open up with them. So the way that I shoot, I'm always looking for like an epic image to put as the first page. Because when we want to open the first page, I just want them to be wowed, you know? Like beautiful. And then we kind of go in. This is like their first look.
Okay.
And then we have the ceremony. Oh man, they were all characters this entire day. They were like such characters the entire day. I loved it. So this was actually at Penn State on campus on a weekend. They just invited their family members, so it was about 10 people in total. Like not that big at all.
Wow.
Not that big at all.
So did you treat this like a real wedding or a local?
Yeah, every wedding I treat it like, what do you mean? Everybody's the same.
I mean, like for pricing.
So for I do have
JOP weddings are not the same price.
Yeah. So as far as pricing, I have packages, right? I have 3 packages. I have an hourly package, an 8-hour package, and a full day package, right? And so my hourly package starts at $400 an hour, right? And my 8-hour package starts at $35, and my full day starts at $55. Right? So for people, I love the rings. I do ring shots like this. I feel like they're just so romantic that it's just like the focus on just the intimacy of the hands and nothing else. Right? I don't know. I like it. And you can see the parents in there. The thing about smaller weddings is that everyone is so important to them that I have to make sure that I get pictures of like everybody. Because, you know, it was literally just parents and siblings. Right? Beautiful. I like this picture. They high-fived. Those are the moments. Right? Like these are the moments that like people are like waiting for.
Who's over there?
I'm live on TikTok. Yeah, and then they had all their parents sign their marriage certificate. So of course we have a picture of that. And so this is where, in all the other ones I showed you, right? I have it kind of like going straight across, right? We talk about seams. The seams are different. This is one where I play like directly down the middle, but it works because they each have 2 sets of parents.
Okay.
Right? And then we go back to this, and then they sign their marriage certificate. So we have a nice, you know, photo of them signing their marriage certificate, and then bam, a close up of their marriage certificate. They actually had like a wooden type of frame thing on it.
That's pretty.
That is beautiful. I love it. And then, of course, this is their immediate family. Like there were, you know what's. One person is missing from this photo that was present. Only one person. It was like a girlfriend. But like this is it. Yep. And then we have portraits of the the bride's family. So when you talk about, do I have enough photos for an hour to make an album? You see how we just went through the ceremony, and now we're at the portraits, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then we're doing portraits of the bride's family, and then candidates of, you know, the bride looking over, like kind of like those things. And, you know, they were already like laughy type of people, so it was easy. And then we did the same thing with the groom's family.
Okay.
Right? So right here is easy. 2 pages. Like 4 pages easily. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Bride's family, groom's family. And then we have their portrait session together. And then there are several pages of just their portrait session. So beautiful. I really like this. Can I tell you, one of my things I really love is framing. Like, I love shooting through things and like having stuff in like the foreground.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it just adds a little more context to like where where things are happening.
So what'd you have? The bouquet? Was that what was in front
No,
of you?
this is right here.
Oh, okay.
Right off to the side. So you can see the white flowers. They're just blurred out. So we're playing with depth perception, right?
Okay.
Of course, you know, them looking at me, and then a bride with her dress. Some close-ups of the couple. The groom by himself, since then again, this is intentional, right? So we have here, we have the bride by herself, right? And then the couple together, and then we have the groom by himself.
Okay.
Right? So again, everyone has equal space, and we're telling a story. And then we have fun. They were just a character. So then we put some like fun moments in here. Right? And then we end with a portrait, just lovely portraits of them. And that's it. 1 hour wedding, 40 pages, 1 hour wedding.
Wow.
Right? Beautiful, beautiful acrylic album.
And I would have never thought from a 1 hour wedding.
Oh man. Listen, 1 hour weddings, they are my jam. Let me tell you why they are my jam, right? Is because I can in a 1 hour wedding easily make $4,000.
Wow.
Just for a 1 hour wedding. And a lot of it is really just making sure that I shoot enough and I create enough content that it's hard. Like, it's hard for people to say no to an album that has all their favorite moments in it.
Yeah.
Right?
And you had no pictures of a reception, no picture. You know what I mean? Detail shots, none of that.
Nothing.
It's still 40.
Right? Because
that was intentionally shot like that. So.
As a storyteller, my goal is to tell the story of whatever's happening. Right? So I don't go in with the preconceived notion to say, hey, I need to have all of these things. Right? I go in and I assess what's happening, right? But before I know during a consultation, I do enough work during a consultation so I understand the vision behind what they want. And this couple, like, separate from the previous album that I showed you, right? This couple's vision was, we want to have a 1 hour wedding with just our family there. That's it.
Okay.
Just our close family members. And they wanted specifically the garden in the background. Like, that's what they wanted. They're both alumni of this college, and they specifically wanted the garden in the background, and they wanted their family members. And that's really what the album is. Garden, them two, family.
Yeah.
That's all they wanted. And that's all that matters to them, right?
Yeah.
And so going through this process and learning about what's important and what matters to people, like, that's how I'm able to bring the most out, because I don't go in with expectations about, like, oh, you don't have, you know, these large chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, your wedding's not going to be beautiful. You know? Because I feel like far too often we end up seeing, like, all these pictures online about, like, these not outlandish, but these, like, really decorative weddings. Right? And then we think that if we're not doing these really decorative weddings, who's going to want the pictures and the album? Like, who's going to pay for an album when it's not, like, wall-to-wall decor and details and invitations and, you know, like all the details and everything like that, right? But what if I told you, the details are in the story?
I would believe that based on what you shot. So yeah.
That's the details. So because for this,
I don't think anybody could tell that was 1 hour.
yeah. So for this wedding, I'm gonna show you exactly where the details are. The details right here. They have vow books.
Okay.
Right. So like that's a detail. Their marriage certificate, having the fact that they signed it and everyone else signed it. Their rings. Those are details. Yeah, everyone signed the marriage certificate at different angles. And then them sign the marriage certificate. This marriage certificate is in here multiple times.
Okay.
Right? With different people. Yeah. And then we have a large version of what the marriage certificate looks like because it was decorated. And then of course we have the flowers.
Okay, yeah, that's nice.
You know? So the details are here, right? And that's just this. And then the other part is the location. Like it was really important for them to have this garden in the background. Those are details.
Yeah.
So
where's that Penn State?
Penn State is in State College in central Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
So the details are there. It's just not what we always think about. And so as a storyteller, I get the details during the consultation about what's important to them. And then when I show up on the wedding day, I try to make sure that we focus on what's important for them. And we block out all the rest of the noise. Right? Okay. In the last album that I showed you, what was important for her was that she really wanted that fall scene. Mm-hmm. Which is why you saw the rooftop photo, right?
Yeah.
That was important for her.
Like background in the trees.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Those are details. I didn't know this, but she picked the Airbnb because she was like, I really love this look and I feel like you can like create magic with it. That was important to her. Those are details. Yeah. She told me, so I went to this wedding workshop in New York with Kesha. And I don't know if you saw on my IG, but there's this black and white picture of two guys, right? And I absolutely love this picture. So the bride saw this picture and was like, I want you to create something dramatic like this for my wedding day. Okay. And that's where we ended up with that backlit picture. Okay. Because she wanted something creative, dramatic, something that you don't see that's uniquely them. So you take the location and then you add my own flair to it, and those are details. Because now we're talking about their story. Right? And we're taking their story and then we're putting it, bounding in a book. Because what ends up happening, and I'm about to write a newsletter about this, is, or not newsletter. I was being interviewed for this thing, and they were asking, you know, what is something that, what value can I bring to the Black community in Austin, right? And I was like, the value that I bring is this, right? Is that as a storyteller, I focus on protecting people's stories, right? Because especially in the Black community, we're talking about the fact that all our traditions are passed down through food, right? Our stories are passed down through words, but when the matriarch of the family is no longer here, then sometimes people are like piecemealing things together, right? But what does it look like when you have a visual representation of what your family looked like, of all your family events, of the weddings, of the births, of the graduations? Like, you have an entire encyclopedia of your family's heritage right here.
Yeah. That's nice.
Right? And then the story lives in the pictures, because when you pull out a book, you're remembering, oh, this was my great grandmother. Like, I remember this like it was yesterday. And those get passed down. And that's what's lacking in a lot of communities, but especially the Black community, because
Yeah,
we don't value
because
pictures
one,
as much.
affordability sometimes can be the case.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of why I do my daycare shoots, because of the fact that I used to be a daycare director. They don't really, the kids probably will never have professional images of the such. And so that's kind of like my give back. So I
Mm-hmm.
do that every year for that exact same reason. Because, and then the other thing I would love to do later on in the future is to start doing some stock photography, because of the fact that whenever I'm looking for black families online, I can't ever find them. And so it's always,
Yep.
or it's the same black child,
It
you
is.
know, the same one. And I'm just like, that's unfortunate, because there are lots of us who, lots of black people who do things just like every other culture, but we don't have pictures of them. And so one day I said that's going to kind of be my project, is to get more pictures of black families in stock photography for sale.
Hold that thought. TikTok, it's been real. Thank you for joining me along my album reveal. As I get albums in, I will open them and share them with you, because I love capturing people's stories. And not just that, but providing them with something tangible that they can pass down to future generations, as you just saw. So, thank you. Thank you for checking in, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye.